It is Damien from Marketing Food Online. So I wanted to sit down. I'm going to bring you this video on how to bring together the different elements of a food label that's going to have the nutritional analysis, the barcode, and all the elements, including an allergen warning and even a little statement about your business. And I'm going to show you the step-by-step tutorial right over here on my laptop. And we're going to jump into that video right now. All right, so here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a step-by-step tutorial as to how to make an FDA-compliant food label, okay? Now, there's some elements to the label that you would need to finish on Recipal.com. Recipal.com is the website that I did a couple videos on already on how to actually make your own nutritional analysis label, okay? Once you do that, now this video is not going to be about making that. I'll put a link in the description down below. You can check out that video on how to do that nutritional analysis on Recipal. So we're going to incorporate the nutritional analysis. We're going to bring in as well as the barcode, the allergen label, and then a little description. And I'm going to show you how the finalized label will look. Okay, so go over to onlinelabels.com. By the way, this is the website that I use for years now. I think it's 6 or 7 years. I'm not sure how long it's been. But I've done a lot of labels with Online Labels. The company itself is phenomenal. Their shipping is phenomenal. Everything about them, the labels, the selection, the variety is gigantic. And yes, I simply just use them for numerous snacks and candies that we make. So let's dive right into this. So go over to onlinelabels.com. Now, over here, you're going to get your account. Once you've created your account, absolutely free, by the way. You can just sign up, create an account. We're going to go over to my account. So I'm going to show you how to get to their software program called Maestro. All right, so let's go down here. You scroll down. Right here's where you want to be. Just launch Maestro Label Designer, okay? Let's launch that. Here we go. All right, so now once this is up, now keep in mind, you cannot use Avery and other brands of labels. Their templates are pre-cut and set. Their labels are cut and set, and their templates are the ones that are specifically made for their labels that you have to use. So please don't think that you can go out and substitute labels. It will not work, okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and create a label, and I actually have a new one in mind that I want to do. So you want to click on Design New, go to Blank Templates, and then you type in the item number. That's going to be right here. OL stands for Online Labels, and then the number, that's the label-specific ID code, okay? So I'm actually going to use one that I use all the time. It's actually, we have one here in the shop. OL600. There it is. This is the one I'm going to use for the example, and we want to start a new design. Okay. All right, so now here is your blank template. These are all of the options you can do. Now, none of these are available until you begin to actually start to add elements to your label. So let's go over here really quick. I'm going to bring on board a couple of images really quick. This is the nutritional analysis that I did, again, at Recipal.com, where I entered my recipe for a cookie. And again, this is just for example purposes. This is an Italian cookie that we make. It's got frosting on it, icing, and stuff like that. So let me enlarge it really quick. I'll show you. This is actually what you can do. Look at this label. It's awesome. Nutritional information. It's everything. Serving size, calories, fat, all the good stuff. Ingredients. Contains milk, eggs, and wheat. So this is the type of nutritional analysis you can actually do yourself. Okay? Unbelievably easy. And again, check out the video down in the description below. It'll walk you through to show you how to get this. Now, we're gonna add this element. Okay? I want to show you how this looks on this label. Okay? So we're going to shrink it down so it fits, and let's enlarge it just a little bit, and maybe a little bit more. So now these square brackets around the perimeter of the actual PDF nutritional analysis, you can enlarge them. You can go up and down by obviously just grabbing one, going up and down. You can shrink it and resize it, okay? Now, you want to make sure when you do this that your label, whatever element you're bringing into the label, doesn't exceed the top of the label. Obviously, you can't do this, right? Because it's not going to show, right? So it needs to be within the parameters, whatever size and shape you choose from the thousands of labels they have. you can definitely do it, but do it within the parameter. So I'm going to go ahead and just put it on this side. Okay. Now I'm going to say, you know what? This is a cookie that I know I'm going to sell to a retailer who needs a barcode in order for them to scan the product, ring it up at the register, and obviously maintain inventory and such. So now, by the way, you can also get barcodes if you need barcodes. Again, I bring you all the resources you need. Down in the description, you can check and get yourself some barcodes. The company I have down there is actually a company I buy barcodes from. I think 4 or 5 times we've actually bought several sets from them. Very fast, very easy, very easy. So now these are all different images that I've actually used for other labels and other stickers and such. So we have quite a few. But let me go down here, and I'm going to bring into this an element of a barcode. Almost there. Just bear with me 1 second. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So there's the barcode. Now, I need to shrink this down. So again, you want to take your cursor and go to the upper corner of the box and just maneuver it, shrink it. And then drag and drop into your label. Now, what I'm going to do is go ahead and I want to leave it a little smaller in the bottom corner. Now, try not to go too close to the edge. You don't want to do this because during the printing, if you miss one of those bars during the barcode, it actually won't scan. You got to have all the elements of the barcode there, okay? So you want to drag it in. I like to keep it up, visually, I kind of guesstimated about a ½ inch or so away from the edge, okay? Now, I want to bring in an element of text. So I need to create right here, add a text box to design. And I'm going to put the name of the cookie itself, Anise cookie. It's actually an Italian cookie, so let me do this. Italian anise cookies. So I'm going to go ahead and right here, you can actually center the text. And I'm going to make it bold so it stands out. Now here is where you get the font. You can choose whatever style you like. Now literally again, Online Labels has like hundreds of styles. I mean, there's all kinds. I'm going to go ahead and go with rock salt. Now let's make that. Give it a second. Now, keep in mind when you create a food label, you need to make sure your text is legible. This is a really cool font, but would I use it on this label? No. It's just very hard to read. Something more simplistic. That one there is beautiful, okay? But I want to enlarge it. So here's what I'm going to do. This is another trick and element that you need to understand. Drag the text where you want it. Now, where these text box is, where it lies within the actual label, the text is limited to that size. So if I pull it open and enlarge it a little bit, I can actually increase it and it keeps getting larger within the parameters of the box. Okay? So what I want to do is I don't want this text to be so side by side. So I'm going to actually put it like this. Now, see all this space here? This is going to allow me to increase the text font size. See, look at this, without disrupting the way the text is set. So I can increase or decrease. Oh, that's a little obviously too big. But that right there looks pretty good. Okay, so that's the name of my product. So I'm going to leave that on there. But again, I'm not going to go right up to the edge. Leave some space. Okay? Now you can change the color. I'm not really big on black and white all through it. So, you know what? Let's go with a green. Now, one thing to keep in mind. The green is kind of cool. Colors on this chart over here are kind of nice, but they're very light. Don't go too light against white labels because you won't see the text. So I'm going to go a little darker. There we go. So I like the green, but I went a little darker. Once you've made the selection of your color, you then want to go ahead and click OK to apply it. If you don't, it's only going to stay black. So click OK, and you're all set. Now, click outside the actual label, and there you go. That's what it looks like so far. Now, of course, I'm not done yet. So let's add another text box. Now, another tip. When you add different texts, like, for instance, the name of the product, Italian Anise Cookies, right here, you want to add another text box that's going to allow you to create a size. And I'm going to put 24 cookies. And then I'm going to drag that below. But I'm going to mix it up a little bit. I don't want to stick with the green, so I'm going to add a little color. Let's do red. Red. There it is. Okay. And remember to click OK, because again, you got to apply the change. and then click outside to take a look. Fantastic. So far, so good. And again, this is a super basic layout. Some of the labels that we've got are very involved and they take us hours and hours to make. But I just want to show you how to bring together the different elements of the label so you can make one of these on your own. Now, text box, so we're going to add another one. Now, this one is actually going to be a little story about who we are. We are a family bakery that has been around for 12 years. And then we use family recipes to create delicious snacks, cookies, cakes, and more. Now, did I spell anything wrong? Yes, I did. Okay. All right, cookies, cakes, and more. Now, this is, again, just an example. So you can put a little story about your business, how you created your food products, how you created, what inspired you. But remember, keep it kind of short. You don't want to get too lengthy or too wordy because it becomes just too much for the label, too much to read. So how do I get all of this into right about here? Okay, so you want to decrease the font size, number one. So begin to click this until it's small enough to the size that you wish. Now, as you move these boxes, you're going to adjust. There we go. You're going to adjust how the text looks. Now, again, that's a little too small. Let's go a little smaller. Fantastic. Now, there's a lot of red there, so let me change that as well. Let's do blue. And again, hit OK. Drag this over here. Now, we see that it's too big. Perfect. So here's what we'll do. We're going to move this box to indicate where we want the text to be within. So we're only going to work within the parameters of the box, right? Because I can't just drag this out over here. It's got to be somewhere in here. Now that that's like that, now let's decrease the font. Maybe one more. Boom. Perfect. And again, we'll move the text, kind of center it in the middle. Fantastic. Then click outside, and there you go. Okay, so now this is a product that's sold by quantity, not by weight. So I'm going to leave the 24 cookies there, and I'm not going to have a net weight right here. But you know what I am going to put right here? I'm going to put my allergen statement. Now, the allergen statement is one that kind of covers your, you know what, covers your butt, if you will. Sorry for that use of that word, but it's going to cover your butt because you want to make sure that people are aware that where you're making a product, you may be working with other ingredients that could be potentially hazardous to someone's health. So here's what I do. I'm going to go ahead and add an allergen statement. I like to do these in capital letters too. So allergen warning. Produced in a facility that handles wheat, soy, dairy, nuts, peanuts, egg. Okay? Now, this will be my allergen warning. These are the types of ingredients we do handle, but doesn't necessarily mean that this product has it. It just means that we handle it. So you want to make sure people are aware of that. So you want to shrink this down. We want to go, let's see, we want to shrink the text down pretty small. And then we want to move the box. Let's take a look at where the box is. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's going to go there. Now, I like to always put this in black and make sure that it's in legible text. And then hit OK. Now, it's kind of small. I could probably actually increase it slightly, so let's do that. Okay, so there we go. So I'm going to take that and move it up just slightly, and then we're done. Boom. Okay? So this brings together all of the elements. I've had a ton of questions actually about how to do this, bringing in the barcode and the nutritional and all of the other information. So you're able to bring in the different elements like text, your customized text here. You can customize the font and color. You can bring in elements of like a nutritional label, a barcode, and you're all set. And then from there, you put your cursor over print, and you want to print now. Now what I'm going to do is actually download. This is actually going to allow me to download it here. I'm going to open it up. And then, of course, see, here's how it works. This is the size. And this particular label, this is how many actual labels are on the sheet. So you have 2, 4, 6, and 8. So this sheet will actually give me 8 labels. So I will peel this off. And from here, I'll take this and I can put it directly onto my product. And it's that simple. Very simple, all set to go. So that's a basic tutorial as to how to make and create your own food nutritional label that includes a barcode, which is retail ready, the name of the product, and a little history, a little information about it, and then your allergen, incorporating the elements that you need. So if this was helpful, as always, guys, definitely give me a big thumbs up. I wanted to do a quick tutorial and show you how this works, and I do hope that this helps you guys out. Thanks for watching Marketing Food Online. And if you are looking to create your own food truck, start a home-based food business under the cottage food law, franchise a food operation, start a packaged food business, private label your own food product, sell on Amazon, get your own online store, or sell food online, remember to subscribe and check out these videos for more resources. Take care.